welcome back to the Chase Media channel after a long time now without a stream. Today we're gonna be flying from Bujumbura to Kigali Airport. This flight is gonna take us about up to 2 hours in total to complete, including the setup. Today we're gonna be flying with the BeyondATC and we're also gonna be using FS2 crew for the 737 watt. And we're gonna be using also the RIS Pro from FS2 crew. For this flight, we're gonna be also be using the weather active sky or the flight simulator. As you can see, it's pretty raining outside. So let's hope we're gonna get through without any issues. So let's hop inside and let's start setting up for a flight. So okay, so let's start setting up.
Check.
Let's start setting up.
Check.
Audio test complete.
So run some tests to see that the app is
Audio test complete.
good with their faster crew. Well, let's try that again. Let's start setting up.
Check.
So I'm gonna restart the faster crew and see if they're gonna be working out. Meantime, we can turn on the ground power here and let the aircraft start. Let's start setting up.
Check.
Let's start setting up.
Check.
And for some reason, it doesn't get me. Double check that. Let's start setting up.
Check.
Let's start setting up.
Roger.
But let's go ahead and address it. start setting up for our flight for today. So start here. Go ahead and turn on the the light seems to be dimmer than last time. It was fun.
I'm out for the walk around.
For the walk around, let's go ahead and go to the iOS. Like that. This doing with a note that my iOS alignment is not real time. Still gonna be faster than in real life. With that, let's go ahead and proceed with the FMC. And today we're going to be flying from a Hotel Bravo Bravo Hotel. Sorry, Hotel Bravo Bravo Alpha. Bravo Bravo Alpha. Alpha to Hotel Romeo Yankee Romeo. So this is going to be our flight. Okay, so route uplink is ready. Let's go ahead and load it up. So back to the FMC. Go ahead and activate this route. So for our
Hi, the security and safety check are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
yes.
Thanks.
And the crew is already on board. Alright, so
Hello, Captain. Oui, il y a un ready for pushback.
for the
Passengers
crew,
must
we're
stop.
gonna need media active. Okay, let's select fuel. And this is a scene magic for you right there, so you don't have to mess with it later on. So plant fuel is 9.5, zero fuel weight is 51.5. For the reserve we're gonna set it to 2. The cost index for today's flight is that's gonna be 17 for today's flight, and we're gonna be flying. We're gonna be cruising at 90,000 feet. Cruise wind, so our wind is going to be at 083 bearing, and it's going to be 013 knots. For the temperature, which temperature going to be -8. Okay, so let's continue. Transition altitude will be at 9,500, and the temperature, as he said, that's going to be a -8, so that's going to leave us with let's go ahead and execute. We're going to be taking 47 feet, and we're not going to be changing any settings right here. We're going to be planning for flaps 5, takeoff CG 23.8. Our departure, we're going to be departing. I have one. Well, that's what we're going to use. We plan to depart via one way. Runway 17. Let's go ahead and check on that with
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
BeyondATC connected.
Bujumbura check.
188.
Night Chase 1 did not copy.
Bujumbura ground, Night Chase 1, radio check. Bujumbura ground, Night Chase 1, radio check.
Night Chase 1, reading you loud and clear.
Bujumbura ground, Night Chase 1, requesting IFR plan.
Monitor radar display.
Night Chase 1, Bujumbura ground, expect runway 17. Climb 9,000 feet on runway centerline, then expect radar vectors work. Squawk 4256.
Terrain, pull up. Airspeed, low. Airspeed, low.
Expect runway 17.
Sink rate.
Altitude
Pull
9,000, radar vectors.
Terrain.
RG,
Pull
squawk
up.
4256.
Don't sink.
Night Chase 1.
Don't sink. Too low. Terrain.
Negative, climb 9,000 feet.
Too low. Flaps. Too low. Terrain.
Climb 9,000
Glide
feet.
slow.
Night Chase 1.
Bank angle. Approaching.
Night Chase 1, read back, correct. Call me back when ready for pushback or engine start.
1,000.
Roger.
500.
Night Chase 1.
400. 300. 200.
5,
100.
6, for the squawk.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Perfect.
Wind shear, wind shear, wind shear. Too low, terrain.
Okay, let's go ahead and turn on the view.
TCAS test, pass.
Just for the departure, we don't have runways here for some reason, so go ahead and see the performance.
Hi,
Ooh.
here's a fuel slip.
Thanks. Thank you. Thanks. Flight checklist.
Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Tested 100%. Navigation transfer and display switches. Normal. Auto. Windows heat. On. Pressurization mode selector. Auto. Flight instruments.
Heading 264 altimeter 1013 set.
Heading 264. Altimeter 1013. Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Idle detect. Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist completed.
Yeah. I do have some mistakes here because I haven't flown in a while. So going for that. Anyways, let's check the performance tool here. We can go ahead and click onto the I just have a 80s here. We're gonna be departing via runway 17 and we're gonna be setting up those manually. So for ways, let's go ahead and set 31 for 138, we rotate 142, 31, V2 145. It's going to be 6 hours 33. Right, so let's go ahead and also set some fixes here. So HBBA, which is the Bravo Bravo Alpha. We're gonna go ahead and set the particle miles ready from it. 10. Next, we're gonna set another fix from Hotel Romeo Yankee Romeo Yankee Romeo, and we're gonna set 10 miles from it. Also, let's set 5 dollars. We can see that the boarding is completed, and now let's go ahead and release the ground power. We're not going to need it. So ground power, let's go ahead and release. Alright.
guys, here's the load sheet for you.
Thanks. Thank you.
No problem. Have a safe flight.
Are you ready for the departure briefing?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board today. As you locate your
Are you
assigned
ready for
seats,
the
please
departure
place your
briefing?
smaller items under the seat in front of you to provide more room for larger items in our overhead compartments. If you need assistance, contact...
Are you ready for the departure brief?
Go ahead.
Okay, it's going to be a standard pushback and start off the stand. Taxi route will be as assigned by ATC. It will be a left seat takeoff, using rated thrust. Landing at flaps 5 takeoff. Anti-ice will be off. Above 80 knots, we will reject for fire, engine failure, loss of control, or wind shear. The crew member noticing the abnormality will clearly state the problem. I will call reject or continue. If the decision is to reject, I will close the thrust levers and disengage auto throttle, observe or apply maximum braking, race speed brakes, apply maximum amount of reverse thrust consistent with conditions and bring the aircraft to a complete stop on the runway, stow the speed brake, and set the parking brake, advise the cabin, this is the captain speaking, remain seated, remain seated. I will then perform any necessary memory items or checklists as appropriate. If an evacuation is required, I will initiate the evacuation checklist. In the event of an engine failure after V1, we will continue the takeoff, rotate at VR, call positive rate gear up, and cancel the master caution. There will be no other calls below 400 feet. At 400 feet, I'll call for a roll mode, then call confirm the failure. If required, we'll perform any necessary memory items, climb at V2 to V2 plus 20 to 1000 feet AFL or TOCA, whichever is higher. Retract flaps on schedule. When flaps have been retracted at or above, flaps up, maneuver speed, call for level change if VNAV is not engaged. Set max continuous thrust, and call for the appropriate emergency checklist. We are under our maximum landing weight, so we are okay to make an immediate return. The departure routing will be via the ATC assigned SID, complying with all published speeds and altitude restrictions. No noise abatement procedures required. The current weather poses a threat. We won't rush any procedures today. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Departure brief complete.
Hey guys, all packs are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for port safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft.
Ready for push and
Regulations
start.
require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions. Lighted information.
Night Chase 1, Bujumbura ground. Pushback and engine start approved. Face north.
Metal tip into the buckle.
Face
Tighten by
north,
pulling
Night
on the
Chase
belt. To release your seatbelt, lift the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep
Before
your seatbelt
start
fastened
checklist.
at all times.
Before start checklist. Flight deck
Doors
door
are
closed
clearly
and
marked with
locked.
exit signs and
MCP.
instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest you. The nearest
heading
exit may be behind you.
175,
In an
altitude
emergency,
9000.
lights will illuminate the aisle. The cabin is pressurized.
Altitude
If there is a loss of
09,000.
cabin pressure,
Takeoff
the channel
speeds.
will open and oxygen maps will appear.
V1 131, V-rotate 134, V2 140,
CDU pre-flight.
completed.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Cover your nose and
Taxi
mouth
and
with the
takeoff
mask.
briefing.
Place the
Completed.
elastic mask
Anti-collision
around your
light
head
on.
and
Before
tighten
start
the
checklist
mask
complete.
in. Secure your own mask before assisting others.
Start sequence
Your
is
seat bottom
1
cushion may
and
be
2.
used as a flotation
Check.
device. pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Engine number 1.
Starting engine 1. Oil pressure. Starter cutout. Number 1 stable.
Start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
Nice, what are you flying?
Oil pressure.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Oh, that's nice. Never flown one of those. She almost got sucked into the engine. In real life, that would be bloody.
Starter cutout.
Alright. Out and we have
Number 2 stable.
Good. Go ahead and release her.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Flap 5. Flap 5. Flap 5. Forgot. 3 months now, I think.
Left is clear, right is clear.
Bujumbura ground HS1 is ready to taxi IFR.
Aircraft calling for taxi instructions, say call sign.
Bujumbura ground HS1 is ready for taxi IFR.
Night Chase 1, runway 17, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Runway 17, taxi at pilot discretion. Okay. I can go ahead and... control. Flight control check complete. Before taxi checklist.
Before taxi checklist. Generators on. Probe heat on. Anti-ice off. Isolation valve auto. Engine start switches continuous. Recall.
Check.
Check. Auto brake. RTO. Engine start levers.
Idle the thing.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Clear. Before taxi checklist completed.
Clear left.
Clear right.
Right, let's go. We need to go ahead and taxi to runway 17.
Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Go through here. We're gonna go here, and then we're gonna taxi on the runway till the end on the runway, and then at the end we're gonna make a U-turn.
Chase 1, contact Bujumbura Tower 118.1. Have a good day.
Bujumbura Tower on 118.1, Chase 1. Bujumbura Tower, Chase 1 is ready at runway 17, ready for departure.
Night Chase 1, Bujumbura Tower, wind 185 at Nina, fly runway heading, runway 17, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, Night Chase 1.
No, Night Chase 1 cleared for takeoff, runway 17.
Runway 17, Night Chase 1. Before takeoff checklist.
Before takeoff checklist. Flaps.
Flaps 5, green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.1 units.
Before takeoff checklist completed.
Runway entry procedure.
Okay. Cabin crew, take your seats. Clear on the approach. Ready to go.
Takeoff.
Thrust set.
Airspeed's alive.
$80 knots.
80 knots.
Check.
V1. Rotate.
V2. Positive rate of climb.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Flaps 1.
Speed check. 400 feet.
Flaps up.
Flaps 1 set. Speed check.
Night Chase 1, contact Bujumbura, departure 119.7.
119.7, Night Chase 1.
Flaps up, set.
Bujumbura departure, Night Chase 1 is at 5,000, climbing 9,000.
Night Chase 1, Bujumbura departure identified. Climb to 10,000 feet, QNH 1013.
Climb 10,000, QNH 1013, Night Chase 1.
Night Chase 1, turn left, heading 015.
Turn left, heading 015, Night Chase 1. Set heading 015.
015 set. Autopilot on.
Takeoff checklist. The takeoff checklist.
After takeoff checklist. Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up. No lights. After takeoff checklist complete. Happy to release the cabin crew.
Okay.
Okay.
Night Chase 1, Contact Bujumbura radar. 128.1.
128.1, HS1.
Check.
Bujumbura radar, HS1 is 8,400, climbing 10,000.
Night Chase 1, Bujumbura radar contact, climb to flight level 190.
1,000 to level.
Climb to flight level 190 on HS1.
Flight level 100. Happy to release the cabin?
Okay.
Night Chase 1, turn left heading 330.
Turn left heading 330 on HS1.
Portable electronic devices may now be used, with the exception of TVs, radios, two-way transmitters, or any other device in a transmit mode, as these devices may interfere with the aircraft's communication and navigation systems.
Position set standard.
Standard set. Passing flight level 113. Now.
Chase 1, clear direct rug. Resume own navigation.
Clear direct rug, Chase 1. Yeah, that it is. It's actually a large weather, but that's the lifestyle. Happy for the FS 2024 yet, or not yet?
1000 to level.
Chase 1, Bujumbura radar, expect guard 1 Bravo, runway 10.
Expect Gavad 1 Bravo, arrival at runway 10, night chase 1.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Okay.
The arrival routing will be via ATC vectors for an ILS approach, planning a flaps 30 landing. Final approach fix altitude is 7,400 feet. Decision height is 200 feet. Missed approach altitude is 7,400 feet. Taxi route in will be as assigned by ATC. We'll be arriving at a gate. Descent speeds and navigation radios are set. Airport NOTAMs have been reviewed. Any questions, comments, or concerns?
No questions.
Approach brief complete.
Bujumbura radar, night chase 1 ready for descent.
Night chase 1, Gab 1 Bravo, runway 10, descend to 9,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Gab 1 Bravo, expect runway 10, descend to 9,000, QNH 1020, night chase 1.
Night chase 1, contact Kigali radar 125.3. Have a good day.
125.3, night chase 1.
Descent checklist. Pressurization. Landing altitude is 4900 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data.
VRAF 142, minimum 200 feet.
VREF 142. Minimums 200 feet. Approach briefing.
Completed.
Descent checklist completed. Cabin crew, prepare for landing. 1013. Set passing 10,000. Now, 1,000 to level, 10,000. Flight deck. Okay, thanks. Captain, the cabin is secure.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be arriving at our destination shortly. If you are making a connection to another flight, please see the customer service agent being the flight or video monitors inside the terminal for connecting gate information. For your continued safety, flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all service items, newspapers, and any other items you wish to discard or may not be taking off the aircraft with you. Also, in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices. Stow these devices and all other carry-on items. Please use caution when opening overhead bins as items may have shifted during our flight. Please stow your tray tables or return your seats to their upright positions and check the security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Kigali Center, Nigel 1 is with you on flight level 090.
Nigel 1, Kigali radar identified. Nigel 1, QNH 1021, expect the air, nav runway 10 with the object transition.
Expect ANA 10 with UDEX transition, QNH 1021, Nigel 1. Approach checklist.
Approach checklist. Altimeters.
10197.
1019. Set. Approach checklist completed.
Night Chase 1, descend to 7,000 feet, QNH 1021.
Descend 7,000 feet, QNH
Descent checklist.
1021.
Pressurization. Landing altitude is 4900 feet. Recall. Check. Auto brake. Level 3. Landing data. Gear down.
Flaps 1. Flaps 1. Cancel check
Speed brake up. Radio altimeter alive. Cabin crew, take your seats. Final approach fix. Height checked.
Night chase 1, contact Kigali Tower 118.3.
118.3, night chase 1. Kigali Tower, night chase 1 is with you, 7,000 feet.
Night chase 1, Kigali Tower, wind 200 at 6, runway 10 clear to land.
Autopilot off.
Runway 10 clear to land, night chase 1. Flaps 50.
Speed checked. Runway. Flaps 30, set.
Landing checklist.
Landing checklist. Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Pound.
Landing gear.
Down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30 green light.
Landing checklist completed. Feet, stable.
Pull up.
Feet.
400.
Approaching minimums.
Minimums. 100. 50. 40, 30, 20.
Speed brake up. Reversers normal. Auto brake disarm.
Okay to clean up.
Roger.
Night chase 1, exit next available taxiway.
We'd like to thank you for
Night Chase 1, exit next available taxiway. Night Chase 1, Kigali Tower.
Roger, Night Chase 1.
Night Chase 1, contact ground 121.7.
121.7, Night Chase 1.
APU on the buses.
Kigali ground, Night Chase 1, requesting ground 16.
Night Chase 1, I didn't get that.
Night Chase 1, request taxi to assigned gate.
Night Chase 1, ramp 16, taxi at pilot's discretion.
Up 16, taxi with pilot discretion. Night Chase 1. doors.
Check. Cabin crew disarm doors and cross-check.
Shutdown checklist.
Shutdown checklist. Fuel pumps off. Probe heat off. Hydraulic panel set. Flaps
Up.
Parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar off. Shutdown checklist completed.
Passengers bus is coming.
To the aircraft. Secure checklist.
Secure checklist. IRS off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Secure checklist complete.
Alright, so this is it for our flight today. Thank you very much for joining in. And I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.
Bye.